Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Officer Aidan.
I'm Officer Gaz.
I'm Gaynor.
And today we have the absolute best steakhouse in every state this time.
I saw someone in the comments a while back saying, like, can't believe Daz doesn't like steaks, and I thought, I've never said that.
No.
If I did it, they must have been misunderstood, because I do like steaks. I love steak.
Yeah.
I have it quite a lot.
Yeah.
Don't know.
I make a good steak with my Ninja grill.
Yeah.
Best steak?
Best steak?
What's your best steak? Your best cut?
Do you know what? I like a ribeye.
Ribeye.
Yeah. It's got a lot of flavour.
Are you saying what you like to eat, or what she's best at cooking at?
No, what you like.
What's
what you like
your
to
best
eat.
steak?
I don't really think I eat it. I can't taste the difference.
Yeah, I prefer like a good sirloin or a rump to me.
It's all the same to me. It's just all meat.
Tomahawk and or a Chateaubriand and things like that. The way it's cooked, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Anyway, let's take a look at the absolute best steakhouse in every state.
In the mood for a juicy, perfectly cooked steak? We've got you covered with the best steakhouses
I am
in
in the
all
mood,
50
to be fair.
states. From Alabama to Wyoming, if you have a hankering for beef, this extensive steakhouse guide is sure to deliver. At Big Mike's Steakhouse in Alabama, the meat is so thick and hearty that you can easily share a steak meal with a loved one or even a couple of friends. From oysters to shrimp, all 4 locations of Big Mike's Steakhouse also have a variety of seafood options. However, it's the steak that will steal your heart. The Alabama Cattlemen Association even named it the state's best steak. Canyon Steakhouse is situated in a breathtaking location, approximately a mile from the gates of the Denali National Park in Alaska. While the scenery may steal the show,
Was that another mountain at the back? It is, isn't it? Or is that just all clouds?
Yeah.
There's another mountain above the clouds.
It's just like a
The
massive
mountains.
mountain, isn't it, in the
And
clouds?
that's the clouds,
But
isn't
there's
it?
look like another mountain behind the clouds.
Yeah, you're right.
A massive one.
Do you know who used to do a good steak in the USA? The
Also
Outback
the
Steakhouse.
The Outback Steakhouse.
Yeah, that's the way they used to spice it up and age them, sort of
I've
thing.
said
They
that
was-
before, and I
yeah.
got absolutely annihilated.
No,
for-
they did do a good steak.
I liked the crab things they did
Yeah.
as well. They were really nice. I like the Outback Steakhouse.
Yeah, it was decent, wasn't it?
the food at this restaurant is also quite memorable. Beyond steaks, Canyon Steakhouse serves local favorites like Alaska jig caught rockfish, and everything is pristinely presented. Durant's in Arizona has been a family-owned institution in the city of Phoenix for 70 years. Beyond its old-school appeal, Durant's also has fabulous steaks that you'll reminisce about for days on end.
Durant's is the finest eating and drinking establishment in the world.
Before you leave Durant's, be sure to order from their legendary dessert menu that includes favorites ranging from creme brulee to strawberry shortcake.
That steak was good on there.
Hot Springs, Arkansas, with a population of less than 40,000 people, is home to the Porterhouse, the very best steakhouse in the state. Everything on the menu looks delectable, from their eponymous porterhouse that tips the scales at 22 ounces to the grilled swordfish steak. However, it's the filet a la Oscar that really steals the show and gets talked about the most. If you're searching for the best of the best among California's steakhouses, head to San Francisco and visit Oso Steakhouse. While the food isn't exactly cheap, it's worth loosening your purse strings. At Oso Steakhouse, you get big, beautiful pieces of meat in a setting with a charming ambiance and an attentive staff. Former Denver Broncos head coach Mike Shanahan is one of the individuals behind Shanahan Steakhouse. While the exterior looks modern, the food has an old-timey goodness that's resulted in a plethora of excellent reviews. If prime rib is your thing, head to Shanahan Steakhouse in Colorado. And on your way out, be sure to take a photo with a couple Super Bowl trophies. Connecticut-based Joseph
quite cool,
Steakhouse
yeah.
is the brainchild of Croatian immigrant Joseph Kustra, who learned the way of the steak from New York's best steakhouses. Joseph Steakhouse is stubborn about using only high-quality meat, and they specialize in gigantic steaks. For example, you can order an 88-ounce T-bone platter that should be able to feed 4 adults, or 3 if you're really hungry. Found in Wilmington, Delaware, Walter's Steakhouse is a family-owned eatery with an exquisite reputation. The owner is known to personally make sure that you enjoy each and every meal. Whether you are in the mood for lamb chops or lobster tails, you can find it on the menu for Walter's Steakhouse. If you want a recommendation, the prime rib gets consistently high marks. While Linda's La Cantina Steakhouse in Orlando, Florida, may look like a cafeteria when you first enter the building, there's only seriously amazing steak and other items that will make your mouth water with delight. While everything on their relatively simple menu is worth ordering, it's the La Cantina Large T-Bone that is the cream of the crop. A great steak sauce can sometimes make all the difference. With that in mind, head to Hunter's Pub and Steakhouse in Hamilton, Georgia, if you want to get your hands on a steak sauce that's so popular that locals won't shut up about it. The sauce is made with a proprietary blend of ingredients and goes especially well with their 16-ounce ribeye. High Steakhouse gets great reviews, and not just because it sets up shop in Waikiki, Hawaii. Customers point to the seafood as the must-try item on the menu, specifically the ahi sashimi and the pistachio-crusted scallops. It's been around for in excess of 4 decades and is famous for its classy fine dining experience. If you're on a budget, at least try one of this steakhouse's glorious desserts.
Shall we cheers and then dig in?
Yes, let's do this.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, this is a great day at work.
Located near the Snake River in Idaho Falls, Stockman's Restaurant is a steakhouse that offers gigantic portions at very fair prices. Their Mediterranean ribeye is particularly exciting. It's 16 ounces and smothered with Alfredo sauce, mushrooms, and Parmesan cheese, and then topped with shrimp. Even if you don't have a courageous palate, it's worth a try. While Chicago has a lot of outstanding steakhouses, you need to go about 45 miles away to the city of Lake Zurich to find the best steakhouse in Illinois, which has roots that date back to the 1920s. On their menu, Below Steakhouse gives you hints about what you should pick, including a 24-ounce bone-in ribeye, the barbecue bacon burger, and baby back pork ribs. St. Elmo Steakhouse is iconic.
Gentlemen, welcome to the Steakhouse of St. Elmo.
Yes.
Today we eat something's flesh. I want meat!
While its exterior is aesthetically pleasing enough to tempt you to visit in Indianapolis, it's the amazing food that you will cherish in your memories, as many visitors claim it's the best steakhouse anywhere in the entire world. While this eatery has plenty of steak options on their menu, splurge for one of the prime
when I'm having steak, I can't have a creamy sauce with it.
Why?
I have to have like a almost like a barbecue sort of style sauce. If it's too creamy, it just takes away the taste of the steak.
You think?
For me, it does.
I like I like a red wine sauce with steak.
Yeah. But you know when they talk about them like steak sauces, like the brown ones, and they baste them in that before they cook them.
Yeah.
Things like that to give it a flavour. But it's if it's like if it
You
comes
like
with
Cajun and garlic steaks, don't
I
you?
do. Yeah, I love garlic and Cajun on it. Yeah. Plaster as much garlic as you can on it.
Yeah.
Sort of thing, and that for add it to flavour. But it's once you start putting creamy sauces on, I don't like them. Just takes away the flavour.
I like blue cheese sauce.
Yeah, I like that as well.
dry-aged steaks. At Iowa Beef Steakhouse, you can watch an expert prepare your steak on a grill while you ready your taste buds for an amazing meal. As the name of the restaurant suggests, they only use beef from Iowa. The prices of everything made on the grill are very reasonable, with entrees starting at around $15, and the choices range from teriyaki sirloin to barbecue pork ribs. Be sure to make a detour to Baxter Springs if you're ever in Kansas. It's the home of Van Steakhouse, the best steakhouse in Kansas by far. Their ribeye steak gets good grades for its size and its freshness. Van Steakhouse also has a smoky mesquite sirloin that has caused a lot of attention to be focused on this hole-in-the-wall steakhouse. Lexington, Kentucky's locally owned Blue Heron Steakhouse is proud of its chic and cozy vibe. Reviews not only appreciate the atmosphere, but also the delicious meat, the tasty sides, and their impressive array of cocktails. Start off with a yummy appetizer like char-grilled Louisiana-style oysters or jumbo lump crab cake before trying their porterhouse steak for two. Louisiana Superior Steakhouse is modeled after elegant and upscale restaurants found in Chicago. However, once you look at the menu, you'll be pleased to see the Louisiana influence, as this fantastic restaurant has local favorites like Louisiana crawfish cornbread and a wide variety of shrimp dishes. But of everything, it's their dry-aged ribeye that gets talked about the most. It may seem bold when some place gives themselves a simple name like the Steakhouse, but this restaurant in Wells, Maine has every right to be extremely confident. While the food is reasonably priced, the Steakhouse doesn't cut any corners. They have an ambitious menu with everything from steaks and ribs to Italian offerings, and reviewers can't get enough. With a history that dates back decades and the lovely decor to match, you'll be thrilled with Lunessa Steakhouse before you even take your first bite of food. Once you dig into the food, though, your love will only multiply for this Annapolis, Maryland landmark. From the filet mignon to the broiled Atlantic salmon filet, the food at Lunessa Steakhouse is adored. Don't let the corny name fool you. Moo is a spectacular steakhouse located in Boston, Massachusetts. Although it's a relatively new restaurant, it is already making waves that can be felt from coast to coast. In fact, it was named as one of the best steakhouses in the nation. And the Japanese A5 Wagyu sirloin will blow your mind.
You just wouldn't expect that sort of restaurant name to be one of the best in the country.
It says what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of thing as a steakhouse. But when you've got the Wagyu beef's nice as well, isn't it?
You can only have a little bit though, it gets
Yeah.
quite
Yes, but I've never
heavy.
tried it, I don't think.
Oh, you have?
Have I?
Yeah. One of my mates gave me about 18 kilos of it, remember? And I had to butcher it all up into like steaks.
Have I like
burgers.
tried it from when I would remember though, trying it?
Yeah, it was Abu Dhabi. It was I made him into. I had like about 50 burgers, about 25 steaks. Minced loads of it. We had all kinds of stuff, didn't we? We had made like diced it up and had like beef curry sort of thing with bloody Wagyu beef. He gave me just loads, just too much to have. Filled the whole freezer.
Bodie's Chop House has 3 locations in Michigan, and all 3 are fully capable of knocking your socks off. Another new kid on the block, it didn't take long before people from all across the state were stopping by to taste the food. While a lot of goodies on the menu may catch your eye, the filet mignon is undoubtedly the most popular dinner option. While the prices on the menu will make you do a double take, Manny's Steakhouse in Minneapolis, Minnesota is a place where true fans of eating steak should plan to visit. Be sure to ask to see their meat cart so that you can get an idea of what you're ordering. The portion sizing can sometimes be overwhelming, but not if you come hungry. Marshall Steakhouse can brag about being voted Mississippi's best steakhouse by the Mississippi Beef Council and the Food Network. Consider taking on the Marshall Challenge. If you finish a 72...
I forgot about that, the meat tray. Where would we used to go with? They used to bring out the tray of meats.
And you picked
which one you wanted. Where was it?
Remember, I've been to a few restaurants and they have it in like a glass box somewhere in the restaurant.
Yeah. But they used to bring the steak. It used to come round on a tray, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they'd like show us and say, pick your steak, which one you want.
Yeah.
And then we choose it, and then that's the one they cut. Can't remember what it was.
I think it was quite a few. I think most places did it.
Yeah. It's something I forgot about though.
Yeah.
Because they don't do it over here, do they?
Yeah, because
Well,
they don't do any more as well. They used to have a dessert tray, so they'd bring the dessert tray.
Yeah, I've seen the dessert trolley. I've seen that come out. Yeah,
and you picked which one you want.
Yeah, but the steak one was the one I forgot about.
Mississippi Beef Council and the Food Network. Consider taking on the Marshall Challenge. If you finish a 72-ounce sirloin, your meal is free. But fail or not, your taste buds will be thrilled. While the atmosphere at Matt's Steakhouse is laid back and you'd never confuse it for a fancy eatery, the tasty food will catch your attention. While the steak is as good as you'd expect from a steakhouse on this list, don't miss out on the chicken. If you ever find yourself in Missouri, halfway between Kansas City and St. Louis, don't skip Matt's. Montana knows a thing or two about beef, and Lolo Creek Steakhouse is considered the best steakhouse in the state for a few good reasons. The portions are large and obviously crafted with care. Whether you go with the Alaskan King crab legs or the huge Montana steak, you are sure to leave this restaurant completely satisfied. In Ashland, Nebraska, Round the Bend Steakhouse is located in the middle of nowhere, but their amazing steaks make it worth the drive. From the satisfying grill marks to the magnificent taste, all your senses will be overjoyed. If that's not enough, since 1993...
That's not a term people use anymore for like nutters, do they?
What?
If someone was like crazy, we'd say he's round the bend.
Yeah.
Don't we? You don't hear it anymore, do you?
You don't.
You don't really want me to say that. Have you ever heard that phrase?
Yeah.
For anyone that was crazy, we used to always say, I don't ignore him, he's round the bend.
Or when the kids were driving me mad, I'd say they're driving me round the bend.
Round the bend,
No, I've never heard that.
3. Round the Bend has held something called the Testicle Festival. That includes a, quote, ball eating contest. Yum! If you're in Nevada, a trip to the Golden Steer Steakhouse should be on your to-do list. Once your plate of food is in front of you, your appreciation for the Golden Steer and its decades of service will only increase. From the shorthorn to the double-cut lamb chops, everything tastes phenomenal. Buckley's Great Steak gets superlative reviews, with excited customers pointing specifically to the high quality of the waitstaff, the atmosphere, and of course, the food. Buckley's Great Steaks is owned by a husband and wife duo in New Hampshire who have successfully reached their goal of serving great steaks at fair prices. In the small township of Little Falls, New Jersey, stands a big name in the world of restaurants, Rare the Steakhouse. This steakhouse is known for the way they perfected the art of cooking steak exactly to your specifications. And don't worry, despite the name of this eatery, you don't have to order your steak rare. You might not expect a steakhouse to be the place where you can find great Mexican food, but at La Ventana Steakhouse in Grants, New Mexico, that's exactly what you can expect. It's a great choice if you want a typical steakhouse experience with a memorable steak and a glass of wine to go with your Mexican food. Peter Luger Steakhouse is the best steakhouse in the state of New York, and possibly the best in the country. With a history that dates back to the 1800s, Peter Luger Steakhouse has earned a Michelin star, and has routinely been rated as the best steakhouse in the area. While you'll pay a pretty penny at this restaurant, it's totally justifiable. Vinny's Steakhouse and Tavern stands out from the pack. The atmosphere is relaxed and allows you to eat your wonderful cut of meat and drink your glass of wine in peace. Beyond wine, this tavern located in Raleigh, North Carolina, also has whiskeys, scotches, martinis, and yes, beers that will kick your dining experience up a notch or two. After being converted from an old barn to a steakhouse back in 1946, the excellent reputation of the Ranch Steakhouse in North Dakota drew in customers from miles around despite being in a town called Devil's Lake. Even with its growth in popularity and prestige, this restaurant still looks like an old barn, but also serves fancy food that will keep your taste buds entertained. The key to Ohio's Lock 16 Steakhouse is the value. When it comes to getting a great piece of meat at a fair price, you can't beat this place. From barbecue ribs to filet mignon, the menu is packed with great deals, including unique burgers that are worth a try, including the Chipotle Ranch Burger. Oklahomans are very serious about their meat, and if you ask the locals for their top choice, Cattleman's Steakhouse gets first-class reviews thanks to its gigantic portions, tasty meat, and excellent service.
We provide uncompromising hospitality and sort of a family feel to our guests when they come in to dine with us.
They must be doing something right because they've been around since 1910, and bad steakhouses don't last that long in the Sooner State. Ringside Steakhouse has been the go-to steakhouse in Portland, Oregon for more than 75 years. It offers a comfortable atmosphere and food that can compare to any steakhouse in the United States. This longtime favorite in Portland shows no signs of slowing down. In addition to their food, their wine selection has drawn further recognition to Ringside Steakhouse. After their grand reopening in 2014, their reviews for 1700 Degree Steakhouse have improved to the point that it's now without question the best steakhouse in Pennsylvania. From their colossal shrimp cocktail to their T-bone steak to the truffle lobster mac and cheese to their Atlantic salmon, you're sure to find something on their menu that will draw you in. There's no doubt that the best steakhouse in Rhode Island can be found in the city of Providence, where Mills Tavern reigns supreme.
Welcome to award-winning Mills Tavern.
People love everything about this steakhouse. From steaks to seafood, their selection impresses. The drinks are good too, as Mills Tavern also has won awards for their collection of wines. Carolina Restaurant is a fantastic steakhouse hiding in an unassuming brick building. From the friendly employees to the steaks, the reviews simply couldn't be much better for this Chesterfield, South Carolina restaurant. In fact, many reviewers say Carolina Restaurant is the home of the best steaks anywhere in the area. Tucked away in Rapid City, South Dakota, is a steakhouse that deserves to get national attention. You'll know you've made it to Dakota Steakhouse when you see their iconic buffalo. While this restaurant makes it clear that their specialty is steak, they also have extremely unique choices like walleye fingers and elk ravioli. For nearly 40 years, the Butcher Shop Steakhouse has been a must-visit destination just outside of Memphis, Tennessee. All the beef they use in this restaurant is grain-fed, and it's all barbecued over a bed of charcoal. Their results are dependably delicious. If you're feeling bold enough to try and do your own grilling, they'll sell you high-quality cuts of meat directly. It's in Houston where you'll discover the steakhouse that has no rival, Taste of Texas. Despite high traffic and an unquenchable demand, Taste of Texas gets absurdly high reviews. Happy customers point to the tomahawk ribeye and steamed lobster tail as two of this restaurant's specialties. Grub steak? Strange name maybe, but give this steakhouse a chance. It's located in Park City, Utah, with beautiful surroundings and even better food. When your dinner hits the table, you will be amazed by the presentation and the quality. As for a recommendation, the bison tenderloin is wrapped in bacon and will have you dreaming about it days after finishing your meal. In Rutland, Vermont, you'll find a charming eatery called Southside Steakhouse, where you should only order one item. They have other good food, mind you, but nothing compares to their dry-aged bone and ribeye. Southside Steakhouse dry-ages their steak on site for at least 3 weeks. You've probably never heard of Culpeper, Virginia, but this town is a place where all steak lovers should go at least once. Piedmont Steakhouse serves beautiful food that is extraordinarily tasty. Located in a brick building that's more than 120 years old, this restaurant gets outstanding reviews. Since Churchill Steakhouse opened their doors in downtown Spokane, Washington in 2007, they've been met with a flurry of positive reviews. No matter what you order, from the braised beef tips with mushroom risotto to the stuffed free-range chicken with herbes de Provence, you won't be disappointed. Prime 44 West was created to honor the hometown hero and basketball legend Jerry West, and it successfully does just that. Not only is Prime 44 West easily the best steakhouse in West Virginia, but it's also even been named the best restaurant in the entire state. Located in the Greenbrier, a luxury resort with jaw-dropping mountain views, it's popular with celebs from around the world. Milwaukee Steakhouse is a no-frills restaurant that cherishes the fact that they offer a relaxed dining experience. If you visit, you won't think it's anything special until the food arrives. That's when you will know you have made the right choice. The steak is as tender as any meat that you can find anywhere, and Milwaukee Steakhouse's reviews are consistently great. Gun Barrel in Jackson, Wyoming is everything you'd expect it to be if you judge it by the name. The steakhouse is decorated with shotguns, cowboys, buffalo, and eagles.
That just looks like the most American steakhouse you can think of, doesn't it? It's a massive buffalo in there. What's that about?
The fun continues when you take a look at the menu and see options such as venison bratwurst, bison carpaccio, and velvet elk. Check out one of our...
Oh, stop it, look at that.
And see options such as venison bratwurst, bison carpaccio, and velvet elk.
Yeah. Oh. What was it, bison carpaccio?
Yeah. What's that cheese with it?
Yeah, it's like...
Looks strange.
It's like almost like an
Edam. And it needs to have rocket. It looks like that's just lettuce underneath. That carpaccio doesn't look right. I'm sorry.
It's got
well,
rocket.
Normally we have...
It needs rocket and parmesan.
Parmesan, but that looks like...
Swiss cheese or something.
No.
Like Gouda or something.
Looks more like an Edam. To me.
Don't know.
With the red skin around it. I don't know what cheese it is though.
No.
Yeah.
The
It doesn't look like as good as the ones I'd have over a...
Do you know was that the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know the what you get in the USA that you don't really get over here? You get it. I mean, they give you a steak knife, but the steak knives are nowhere near what you got in the USA.
No.
In the USA, you got like a proper big dagger.
Massive snap. I saw
like
one though. One of the furthers as well.
Sometimes break.
Yeah, you're still like struggling to put your.
They had shown it in one of the pictures.
I remember.
Proper, yeah, I can't remember which one it was. There it was.
There it was. I think
that one was
there.
it.
See the steak.
That's like what you get here.
No, maybe it's just a close-up picture. But there's another one. They did show another picture.
I know. I do know which one you're on about, but
I think it was towards the end.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter anyway. But these there.
That's
kind of,
the same.
Still small, it's still quite small.
I do know which photo you're talking about though. There was a different one.
Yeah.
But over here you get like a little tiny one, don't you?
Yeah.
Like a steak knife
Just
sort of thing.
More serrated.
Yeah. You want something that's really like big and you're on cuts through that meat like
just one slice.
Yeah. We're having to saw.
I hate having to do that.
Yeah. You just don't see them over here, do you?
No.
I mean, where do you think the best steakhouse is over here?
Well, I've still
Hickories.
not been to
Hawksmoor.
the Hawksmoor.
Not Hickories. That's a smokehouse. It's not a steakhouse.
I've never really been to many.
Hawksmoor's probably the most. The Dakota.
Manchester.
The one in Dakota's got a very quite well-known steakhouse as well. So that's quite up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's probably Hawksmoor. It's probably the most famous
Still
one.
not been.
No, I know. I can get it.
I could
I
get
know a man
it,
who knows
mate.
a man.
I saw that. I remember last time we did that video about Hawksmoor. I looked at the bookings that night and I could get a reservation at 7:30, and I was looking at it like 5:30.
Really?
Yeah,
What day
it was
was
like that same night.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh well.
There you go. You see,
During the week.
weekends and Sundays is very difficult to get. I think. Yeah, it's decent. There's some decent steakhouses on there.
Yeah.
Like it's big call load. So I'd say it's the best steakhouse in the state. And then they've got something like in Spokane, Washington, so for example, and you eliminate the whole, say, Seattle and all that kind of stuff. New York, you're only giving it to.
I don't reckon it's
Peter
like
Lewis is quite
100% accurate. This though.
No, it's opinion based.
Like,
It's opinion based.
So they might say it's opinion based, but it also might be like advertisement based, maybe.
Yeah, could be award winning as well. I mean, one of them said the award winning wines, and I'm thinking it's won awards for its wine collection or something. I'm like, where have you got the wines from? Are they making them themselves, or is it their own wine? They've got their own vineyard.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, there you go. Anyway, let us know if it's the right steakhouse in your state.
Yeah, let us know.
Like I say, it's very opinion based.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one.
Cheers.
Bye.